going to be a demo and review of the new Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. Now, this is obviously a powder foundation, and I do have dry skin, and I never thought I would love a powder foundation, but I do love this. So, let's go ahead and get right into the demo, and then after that we will talk more about how this foundation works. So the first thing you want to do, besides, washing, moisturizing, all that fun stuff, you want to prime your skin, and you need to do this even more so with a powder foundation, because unlike a liquid, the powder is not just going to stick to your face right away. So by priming, that gives the powder something to cling to. So I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Illuminating Beauty Balm, and then the Pores No More from Dr. Brandt. So then once I have let my primer settle on my skin a little bit, I go in with concealer. Now, I conceal first when I use powder foundations because I am not comfortable putting a liquid over a powder. I know there are some brands of mineral makeup out there that make powder concealers, so if you want to invest in one of those, that's fine. I'm just using what I have. So first I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Match Perfection like usual and cover any blemishes or anything like that. And I'm only going to do one half of my face on camera so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to do the left half of my face. It's probably the right half of my face to you, maybe. But anyway, so I'm just going to conceal any blemishes I have going on. And then anywhere I have redness that normally peeks through. Then I go in with my damp Beauty Blender. So then I just gently pounce the Beauty Blender over the concealer. Then I go in with my Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, and I do still conceal in the same way I would with a liquid foundation like I am highlighting, but I'm doing it under my foundation, if that makes sense. Almost forgot I was only doing one half of my face. I look funny. Now I'm going to take the opposite end of my Beauty Blender, spritz it with a little Fix Plus, and then again, just gently blend everything out. Also, by concealing first, it'll just give the powder a little bit more to cling to as well. And it'll just allow it to cling a little bit more in areas where you feel you need more coverage. So then, this half of my face is concealed, and really, right now, my skin is in a good place, and that's really all I could get away with, leaving my skin like that. But for the sake of the demo, so here is the foundation. It is just in a regular powder compact, and to apply this, I have been using this EcoTools Custom Coverage Buffing Brush. I have been really enjoying this brush, and I really like this brush. I think it applies and blends powders very well. So then I just kind of pounce and swirl my brush in there, and then I just start applying it by pushing it on my face. I have noticed that this is quite buildable without getting really heavy. And I do take that all the way up under my eye to set that concealer as well. And I do have to say that the color match on this for me is just about perfect. And that's awesome considering there aren't really that many shades. So then you can see by adding that concealer and just the powder foundation really has evened out a lot of my skin tone. And it doesn't look cakey or dry or powdery or anything like that, considering I have dry skin. So then, in areas where I feel like I need more coverage, I take the little sponge that it comes with and just gently kind of pat it in there and swirl it a little bit, and then like right here, I feel like I need more coverage, so I'll just pat that around that area, just like that. And then to blend it out a little better, I go back with the brush and just kind of tap it over that area, and it really blends it in. So there you go. That is one half of my face with the foundation on. So now I will finish my face and we can get into the reviewy kind of things. So here it is, my entire face covered in foundation, and I really like the way this looks. I feel like I could actually leave the house with just this on and not look like I'm wearing makeup. So really quickly, this is what the packaging looks like. The box is very simple packaging, but again, it has like that Too Faced kind of flair with the flowers and the gold and the pink, which I really like, but it's still simple and cute, I guess. And then the compact itself is, again, basic Too Faced packaging. They have other products in this kind of packaging. Not sure if it's black, but you get the drift. Then you have your product in here. You have a decent-sized mirror. And then underneath you have a compartment for your little floppy sponge. And then, like I said in the demo, I am super pleased with the shade match on this. I think it is darn near perfect. I did say in the demo that I felt like I could wear this foundation without anything over top of it. Just throw some mascara on, a little bit of lip gloss, and go and be good. And it just looks like my skin, which is amazing to me for a powder. I have never had any other foundation match me as well as this one does. Now, there are only 8 shades, so the shade range is quite limited. And all of the shades seem to have quite a golden undertone. You can't really tell looking at the light shade, which is my shade, but in person it definitely has a golden undertone. The shades that there are fair, light, golden light, light medium, medium tan, tan, and deep dark. I am reading off of notes, so if I keep looking off screen, I am sorry. But all of these seem to be very golden undertoned. Even the fair shade is quite yellow toned, which in my experience, when the shade says it's fair, it normally has a more of a pink undertone rather than a yellow undertone. But it seems with this foundation that even the fair shade has a very yellow or golden undertone. So, with this shade range, you can go onto Sephora's website and look, or you can go to a Sephora and look. It doesn't seem like the shades would be very suited for, like, African-American skin tones. They seem more suited for very, very tanned or olivey skin tones rather than African-American skin tones. But on Too Faced website, they said that their 8 flexible shades work on almost any skin tone. I don't know what that means exactly. They're supposed to be flexible or color matching. I don't know if flexible means color matching. I don't. They didn't really explain that too much. They say that it is supposed to work on almost any skin tone, even darker skin tones. But again, the darkest skin tone does not really seem to be suited for anything darker than a very, like, deep olive toned complexion. Then on Sephora and Too Faced website, it says that it is a lightweight powder foundation that leaves the skin with a flawless rose petal finish. Too Faced specifically said it is a plush matte rose petal finish, and what that means, or what I have decided that that means, is that obviously this is a powder, it is going to be a matte finish. However, I have noticed that once I have this on my skin for a little bit, it does have quite the glow. Like, I don't know if this is translating on camera, but my skin right now looks super glowy, super hydrated, and like my skin. And I think that that is amazing from a powder. But the rose petal finish, like, have you ever really looked at a rose petal and looked at it, like, inside, and it's like a matte finish, but then once you get it outside, it kind of has some shimmer and some glow to it? That's how this foundation is. It definitely is matte, but then you do have that kind of radiant look, which is kind of amazing with a powder. Then it says this is medium to full coverage that doesn't look heavy or cakey. I could see how you could get full coverage with this, but you would definitely have to use the sponge that it comes with. That is the only way I think you can get full coverage with this. If you saw in the video, I have been using the EcoTools Custom Coverage Buffing Brush to apply this. And with this, I feel like you get straight medium coverage. You could get light coverage with this, but the most you're going to get with this brush is medium coverage, and I am completely fine with that. I don't really like anything, or lately I haven't really been liking anything that is too crazy full coverage. I do like to see kind of like the freckles on my nose through the makeup a little bit, and with this I can, using this brush. And also you saw in the demo, the areas where I needed a little bit more coverage, I did go in with the sponge and cover those areas up and then buff it in with the brush, and that does give a more full coverage look. I think on dry skin, this could go cakey very easily, so you would want to definitely be careful of that. Like I said, I do have dry skin, and applying too much powder to dry skin will make it go cakey. Now, this does have the cocoa powder like the Chocolate Soleil bronzers does, and this smells straight up like chocolate, like those bronzers, and you can smell it kind of subtly all day on your skin, and you're just like, whoo! I smell chocolate. I want chocolate. Why do I want chocolate? Oh, because my face smells like chocolate. But anyway, so in here, the exclusive Cocoa Complex is oil-absorbing, antioxidant-rich. It claims to improve the appearance and feel of your skin, and it works to hydrate and smooth your skin, defends against free radicals, minimizes the appearance of fine lines and pores with hyaluronic filling spheres, which I did a little research on the sciencey stuff, and hyaluronic filling spheres are used to make deep wrinkle filling treatments and fillers and things like that that you put over your face. And yeah, it says it's got this, it's made of crystalline powder, which is made up of hexagonal shaped platelets that slide over each other to bring out the skin's natural radiance. I believe the sciencey crap that they keep spouting to me with this, because like I said, my skin just looks glowy and radiant and beautiful and healthy. And then it also says with added pearl powder to create a soft focus effect. Now, have you ever seen a really old movie like from the 1920s or 30s where they have like the light coming down on the lead lady's face and her face is just like glowing and in soft focus? That's what I feel like this does. Like, I totally agree with that, and I believe that because I just feel like there's something softer and glowy and lit up about my face. Other things about this, it has no parabens, sulfates, or phthalates. I'm just going to say phthalates and drop the pH. It's vegan and cruelty-free. Now, this does contain talc, and I have heard a lot of complaints about that, and if you have sensitive skin or have something sensitive to talc, you probably don't want to use this because it does contain talc. My skin's not sensitive to that, so I'm fine. But yeah, it does contain talc, so fair warning there. And then one word to the wise when you are applying this is probably the last thing I'm going to say. You want to use a primer with this. This is a powder. It's not going to stick to your skin like a liquid. When I was reading the reviews, that was a lot of the complaints that I used, that the longevity of this product sucks. And I was like, it's a powder. Did you use a primer? So with any powder foundation, you want to use a primer so that the foundation has something to stick to. Because if you don't use a primer, it's just going to sit on your skin. Like, I hope that makes sense. So now with all of that said, obviously I give this product a 2 thumbs up, and I think it's amazing, and I never thought I would really love a powder foundation because I have dry skin. This is just amazing. Like, the fact that they say it's good for all skin types and all that kind of stuff just opens up a whole new door for me with this. So this is something I would definitely recommend. Definitely try it out. Give it a shot. It's available at Sephora, and you can also get it at TooFaced.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that helped you out with maybe deciding to purchase this or not. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.